Okay, everybody. Hey, it's Maria Bailey, and welcome to today's online mommy party. You know, we have these periodically, I would say at least once a month, where we talk about great products, where we give you, as a mom, a chance to win the products. And today's online mommy party is sponsored by HPePrint at Walmart and Walmart.com, and I'm joined today by, I'm not going to say an old friend because clearly, as you can see, Joyce is not an old mom, but don't you love it when you've known a person for a very long time professionally, and you also know her as a mom? And what's really funny is our kids went to camp last year. We didn't even know they were at the same camp until we were talking one day recently. So I'm joined by Joyce Kress, and I'll introduce you to another one of my guests in just a few minutes. She's from HP, and she's here to talk a little bit about the HP printer, the ePrint. And Joyce, I have to tell you that, gosh, our kids are the same age, and we've known each other probably for 10 years. I know I haven't aged a bit, but you know, like moms, and you and I have always exchanged stories and, you know, tips and whatever. And when you were talking about the HP ePrint and trying to like tell me how great it was and everything, I was like, okay, like I thought of you as a mom and not as someone who works for HP and someone I trust. And I have to tell you that everybody who follows me on Facebook knows that since I've got my ePrint, it is absolutely the best tool. Like I have printed, let me tell you the places I've printed from. I've used my iPhone, and I've printed from the tarmac of inside of an airplane. I have printed from 25,000 feet above the Rocky Mountains from a Delta airline. And I've printed from China. And the e-printer sits here in my kitchen, and no matter where I am in the world, whatever I want to come to the printer, it's like this kind of alert system at my house when everybody's just kind of walking around in the kitchen and suddenly the e-printer goes off. My family knows something important from mom is coming across that e-printer that belongs on the refrigerator. So thank you a ton.
Oh, you're welcome. We love this printer.
So tell me a little bit about the e-printer, because I don't think a lot of people realize, like we walk around with our iPhones all the time. Yep. And we don't know that we can actually print from our iPhones.
Yes, absolutely. So with HP ePrint, the printer comes with technology that allows a busy mom or a busy family member or office worker to print from their smartphone or tablet. It's quick and easy. There's no, downloading anything on the computer. I'm going to just share an example with you now. Over the weekend, I received something. Marie was talking about the fact that our kids are about the same age. We've got kids that are going off to college. So over the weekend, I received an email from one of the schools that accepted my son, University of Miami, and he's got something here from the School of Business on email. So this is important, okay? So and I received this Saturday while we were at a track meet, believe it or not, and this is something I definitely want to print out. So it's really easy. You receive the email, and then with downloading the proper software, you can go ahead and just print it out straight to your ePrint printer, so it's waiting for you when you get home. So it's very convenient. Like you said, Maria, we're busy moms on the go, and we're connected to our smartphones and tablets too. So it's really easy.
So
want to try it?
Well, yeah. Okay, so this is what we're going to do. We're going to let you guys have the opportunity to win one of these e-printers. Now, you just so you know, if you don't win one, you're thinking they probably cost about $100. Wrong. They're $69.
$69
at Walmart.com. You can go to Walmart.com/HP, and they're really awesome. So this is what I want to do. Can you go on my iPhone, please? We're going to, while the show is going on, just use your iPhone, take a picture of yourself or whatever, and email it to my e-printer. And somebody will, I'll just randomly, first of all, if you don't mind, I'm going to show people what I get on my printer. So from your iPhone or tablet, send it to my printer here in the kitchen. It's Bailey Family 6 at HPePrint.com. So that's BaileyFamily6 at HPePrint.com, and send it to my printer. And what we're going to do is we're going to randomly pick some of the photos or the messages, whatever you want to send me from your iPhone or tablet. And at the end of the show, we'll just randomly pick a winner. Now, one of the things that I think is really cool, too, is that, as you can tell by my email address, Joyce, BaileyFamily6, my whole family can use that email, and it's assigned to our printer. So a lot of times, you and I talk about this a lot, we have very responsible children. However, like any child, they tend to forget their homework, or they forgot a permission slip that needed to be signed, and my kids will forward it from their iPhones home to the e-printer. And like if I haven't left for work, they'll text me and go, Mom, go to the e-printer and sign the permission slip and drop it off at school. And it just makes it so much easier for me. So I just love that part of it.
Great, I know, very convenient.
I said, okay, you guys, so my e-printer's cranking up. Y'all send it to BaileyFamily6 at HPePrint.com, and you'll have a chance to win. So tell us a little bit, Joyce, more about some of the other uses for the HPE printer.
Well, we talked about emails, on your smartphone. So obviously, if you're in the car line at school, for instance, and you get something important from your child or your child's teacher, for instance, you can print it out and be waiting for you at home. We talked about that. It's also great for travelers, whether it be business or traveling for pleasure. You can print your boarding passes easily, from the airline directly, so they can be waiting for you before you get to the airport or go to the airport. Other things, photos, great thing to e-print out. A lot of times you're at an event and you want to capture something while you're in the moment, and then send it to somebody maybe at home that is not able to attend, sporting event, school event, whatever, what have you. So it's really easy to do that from your smartphone or tablet, and then print your content right here on this HPePrint printer.
So I want to give, while we're letting people send me photos of themselves or photos of or anything, just take a picture, write down your name, and email it, because then your name will go on the drawing to win. I want to give our viewers a chance to win through discussion. So you've heard a little bit about the HP 3052A e-printer. It's available at Walmart and Walmart.com. You've heard how once it's easily set up, you get assigned an email address for you and your family, $69 at Walmart. But Joyce and I have talked about how we use it. How would you find yourself printing with an e-printer? Share your ideas in our chat room, and we will randomly select somebody with a good idea that you share, and they will receive an e-printer. So share with us now all the different things or the things that you would like to print with your e-printer, and we will randomly select a winner. I see one of our viewers is talking about how teenage friendly the e-printer is, and between the two of us we have 6 teenagers, and I think one of the most unusual ways that my teenagers use it, they like it because they can, if they're doing a current event for school and that's their assignment, they can literally print, they can go on their iPhone, find their current event, send it to the e-printer, and by the time they get home, their homework is done.
Yes, absolutely.
And that's what they love about it.
It's very convenient for students. Like I said, I have a son going off to college, and the HP ePrinter will be following him this semester. So it's pretty neat. It's a very compact size, as you can see. It's clean. It looks great in your home or your office. And it's a great value at Walmart for $69 or Walmart.com.
Well, I'm sending one too. The only thing that I can send to West Point with my son is a optional printer, and I'm sending him with an e-printer. You know why? because that way I can
Send
email
him
things, I can send him
right.
messages through his printer
Right.
when he doesn't have his iPhone. So how would you use the e-printer? Let us know and share with us here either on Twitter or in our chat room using the hashtag HPePrint. And Elizabeth is going to randomly select a winner who will win their very own e-print from HP. Now, Joyce, when you and I were talking earlier about this, you also had a great idea for grandparents who maybe, you know, can't work the computer very well, but you're at the soccer field, you want to send a picture, that this makes a really good tool for communicating with grandparents.
Yes, absolutely. This would be a great gift for grandparents that, for instance, are out of town. Imagine you're at a school event or a sporting event with your family, and you'd like to get grandma or grandpa a photo of the event or the moment, right? So you want to capture the moment. It's as easy as getting the photo captured from your smartphone, taking a picture, and then sending it to the printer's unique email address. So wouldn't it be cool to be able to get grandma or grandpa a printer like this they can have in their home, and as soon as the photo is snapped, they can receive it immediately on their printer.
And what about printing coupons at the grocery store?
Coupons are great. I mean, I receive a lot of these on my smartphone, and a lot of merchants are still unfamiliar with, you know, accepting coupons on the phone itself. So what I'll do is when I receive a coupon I really like via email, I'll go ahead and print it out on my HPePrint printer, and then it's as easy as pie. You know, you take it straight to the store, and there you go.
So Amy B says that she would send photos across the country to her parents. I know Amy B lives in Arizona, and her parents live in Wisconsin. So she said she would use that. We have a lot of you guys who are talking about either printing coupons or printing photos of family across the United States. So I'm going to let Elizabeth pull out a winner and announce our winner of our first e-print printer. And I'm going to invite Chris from HP over to talk a little bit about the printer as well. So I'm going to let Joyce go to the side and Chris join me here. And so Chris, welcome.
Thank you.
You're the kind of like techie guy back there working on the printers.
Yeah.
So tell us about, you were talking about your son actually downloads and prints apps.
Yes.
So tell us how that works with an e-printer.
With HPePrint, we have some printers like this one, which are, again, please understand, these are awesome printers. They print, they scan, they copy, they're wireless. So, and then this e-print functionality is just on top of it, you don't have to pay extra for it. So the fact that you're able to take something that's great, but now have it extend beyond just the desk and what you said is what makes it really good. And then some of them as well have the access to automatically connect to the web. You don't even need your computer. So anytime I can't find my son in my own house, which I know makes me a bad father, I find him there at the little LCD screen, typing away until he's 3, and he knows exactly where to get to the Disney application, prints off his things, and then he'll go off in color. And you hear people talk about, well, printing is expensive, and ink is expensive. But I think now in my life, I start balancing that against about other things that are expensive.
Right.
Gas is expensive, coloring books are expensive, and the fact that I can go there and print something off, it costs 10 cents.
Right.
And my son got instant happiness, and his comfort level with technology is off the charts. It makes it great. One of the things, too, that I think having an e-print functionality of a product, we talk about that you could do it from the plane and everything else, but here's something else that's really cool. So I can take this picture here, and I can click it, and I can, like if you can forward, I can forward it as a text and what other people do. But I can email the photo. And so if I'm out, like we said, I'm in my car at a stoplight, and I email it, and it'll come through. But here, I can actually print. And what pops up is that with iPhones and iPads, there's a technology called AirPrint. And the cool thing is I can come into a stranger's house, and in my e-print, if they have an e-print enabled printer, my iPhone, my iPad recognizes it, and I can print without having to, hey, can I send this to you so you can print?
Right.
I can do it via email, but I can also now do it. I'm automatically, I walk into their little ecosystem.
Right.
And ecosystem's scary, But when you walk in and all you do is press a button that says print and automatically prints, there's that type of functionality as well. So when friends and family or people like that are over and you're looking at your phone together and you're not on the road and you're like, can I have that?
Yeah.
Press prints.
Right.
So just the fact that even at your own house, sure, it's a great printer,
right.
but it used to be just yours.
Right.
It's anybody's if you invite them in. Very similar to Facebook. You can friend things. You can do that exact same thing with ePrint.
And you were talking about your son printing out his apps. That's what my daughter, teenagers, they're just crazy over photos.
Yeah.
And like these are 3 photos, don't tell her, that I found today on our e-printer, and I'll just hold them up here. But this is exactly what happened. We had a teenage party over the weekend, and they were sending photos to the e-printer.
Yeah.
So like this is her debutante, this was her in New York, this is the swim team. And literally, they just printed these nice quality. And you know what I love about my e-printer too is that it has the web functionality.
Yep.
And anything I have stored on Snapfish, I can just go to Snapfish. I don't have to use my laptop, and I go right to the printer. I go on Snapfish on my display. I pick the one that I have stored there, and it prints out.
Absolutely.
And it's awesome.
I know faxing seems like a very business-oriented thing, but even with doctors' permission slips and things like that, people still want to fax something to you. My printer, which has fax functionality, I don't have it hooked up to a phone line. So I'm like, you have the file? Email me the file. I give them my ePrint email address. It prints off. It's no longer a fax copy. I can read everything. I can sign it, put it back into the scanner, scan it as a document, email it back to them. Then I have record that they received it and everything else. So while that may not be the main functionality of this, today people like tangible things. Right. And a fax copy that's not really good tends to send things off. And for me, it's just easier because now I have record of what I received, I have record of what I sent. I don't need the piece of paper in my hand. So it makes things a lot better.
One of our viewers has a question. Does it show you how much ink that you have left?
Yeah, and this is not a premise of an ePrint functionality. With HP printers, with the software, when you install the drivers, the one-time setup, they have ink things. And so you can actually go in on a regular time. Some of the printers with the bigger LCD screens, it'll actually show you, and you can actually visually see kind of where you are, the little gas tank for the inks. And on a printer like this, it allows you the same type of thing. And you can either print out a report or it'll show on your computer.
And I can answer this next question. Does it hold regular paper and photo paper at the same time? And I can say yes.
Yes, absolutely.
Mine does hold both at the same time. Is it portable and battery operated?
It's not battery operated. From a portable standpoint, it all depends if you want to carry this around. But there are portable printers in the marketplace. It's not a huge market, and they are definitely smaller with the little bags. So and lots of those do have battery packs.
And here's the bag.
Yeah, when you get the box, it used to be that you had styrofoam and everything else. HP's really made a huge effort, one of the leading sustainability companies in the technology world. And we have just a couple of like egg crate cartons here. And the printer is actually inside this bag. And so you lift it up and take the printer out and you set it up, and you now have a reusable bag here as well.
Right.
And so I actually carried this over in this bag. While I wouldn't call it a portable printer, it was portable from this sense.
Well, and we're going to have these HP printers at SheStreams this week. So if you're coming to SheStreams, we're going to be giving away some of them. We're going to be like having you send pictures to the printer. And if you don't go to SheStreams, if you watch live and on Twitter, you follow our hashtag, you'll be able to win some of these as well. But let's give another one away right now. So it's available, the HP ePrint is available at Walmart and walmart.com/HP. And so to be eligible for the next printer giveaway, tell us your favorite coupons to use at Walmart, because coupons are one of those things that you can print on your HP ePrinter. So share with us your favorite coupons and or the ones that you like to redeem most at Walmart, because we want you to remember you can get this at Walmart.
Absolutely.
And share it with us in the Twitter feed or right here on SheStreams TV, and your name will go in the hat to win one of these great HP printers. And you just want to remember that if you don't win one today, you can get it you might win one at SheStreams, but you can also go to walmart.com/HP and pick one up for $69. I mean, what can you buy in technology for $69 anymore, you know?
It's a great thing. And And this functionality, I seeded 2 years ago webcams and stuff so that our families could share with my sons growing up, because they're all back in Texas and Louisiana. And the next thing I did the next year was get them printers with the ePrint functionality. And for them to be able to have something there, and when I go visit from a work standpoint, it makes it very convenient for me. But it is funny because when I gave it its email address, it kind of became part of the family. And I know it's silly, but to take what used to be a stodgy product and you can make it part of your family, it doesn't have a Facebook page yet, but maybe one day it will. But it does make it more part of the home, and I think because of that, it makes technology less scary, and you find new and different uses for it to make it part of your life. And we find it to be really fun to hear and learn about all the different ways you guys are using it.
Right. Well, we got people out there. Kevin likes to print his diaper and formula coupons. You can find those, Kevin? Like, where do you find those?
Please send that to me.
Yeah, right.
Please.
Somebody else likes bruschetta pizza and prints those as well. And the toilet paper ones, yes, we need lots of toilet paper here at the Bailey household. So lots of really great coupon ideas that you guys have printed or shared with us. I'm going to have Elizabeth pick out a name of one of our respondents who will win an ePrint printer from HP and Walmart.com. So, is there any final words that you'd like to? Did we miss anything about the ePrinter?
No, I don't think so. I mean, again, these are multi-function products. And the fact that it has this ePrint technology on top of it, and you're not paying any extra for it, really expands the uses beyond what you would have ever thought. But don't forget it; it's still sitting by your desk when you're working or when you're doing stuff with your family. It's great. It's just that with the examples that Joyce and Maria gave, it's limitless. You are no longer bound by a desk. We know that with phones. We know that with tablets. But this takes something well beyond that. And and I call home when I'm traveling. And I can Skype when I'm traveling, but nothing beats it when I can send a picture of myself where I am at dinner, and my sons can hold me in their hands for a little bit.
Right.
And whether it costs 8, 9, 10 cents, it's the best dime I ever spent.
Right.
And to me, that means I'm never too far from home.
Right. Well, thank you, Chris, and thank you, Joyce, for being here today. And you guys, let me tell you, you're sending so many things to my ePrinter right now. I want to give everybody a chance to win. So what we're going to do is I'm going to let the printer do its thing for the next hour. And then if you would follow our hashtag on Twitter at hashtag HPePrint, Elizabeth and my group will post the winner of our winner who sent it to my printer. And I want to remind you that I don't know if you have seen some of the moms on She Streams TV and Mom TV have done videos about their own HP experience. Amy Hodges, Colleen Padilla, Molly Gold, they've done some really great videos. Some of them are very funny, so check them out on Mom TV. And we'll see everybody at She Streams, or you'll be able to win another HP printer. I can't tell you, I love mine, and you will love yours too. You can get it at walmart.com/HP. So thanks everyone for joining us, and we'll see you again next time on our next Mommy Party. So bye everyone, see you at She Streams.